Greetings from Kaukauna, Wisconsin. High school basketball is on the air here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. I am Joey D alongside Zach Morris, my broadcast partner. Tonight, we've got not one, but two. It is a doubleheader. Always fun when we get a chance to do these. It's Kimberly and Kaukauna, both girls and boys. And first up, it is the girls. And let's bring in Zach now. And again, let's just start right there. How fun is it? We get to do two games here tonight. The boys get to watch the girls get to watch the boys.
Yeah, and a long-time rivalry we talk about Kimberly and Kaukauna. It's going to be a great matchup for both, and especially for the girls to start out. I mean, both these teams kind of mirror each other where they've been having great games, a couple standout players. The question is, when you play a team that's similar to you, how do you perform, especially for Kaukauna where you haven't beat Kimberly in quite a while?
Yeah, exactly. They've kind of owned the series as far as that goes. And two very, very good coaches here. Cullen's been around for a long time. Also, Joe Russom. You'll hear from both of them coming up here pretty soon. But I tell you what, again, anytime these two schools get together, especially with the way stuff is rolling through as far as, the flu bug and stuff like that. So it's going to be interesting here tonight to see how that might have an effect as well. But always fun here. Mid-December, and it seems like we're almost to March.
Yeah, and the fun part about early part of the season for these matchups, you never know who can stand out.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so we have Kimberly. We have Kaukauna. Girls are up first. Stick around. We've got the boys game coming up right afterwards. You will hear from both of the head coaches on the girls' side. That is coming up next as our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week continues right after this.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawk's Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawk's Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
Welcome back to our Fox Communities Credit Union pregame show here. We've got a doubleheader for you, girls and boys basketball. We start off with the girls. It is Kaukauna and Kimberly. Let's talk with the home team here today. He is in his second season at the helm. It's Coach Joe Russom, and Coach, just like Kimberly, you guys got quite a mixture of ladies from freshmen to seniors. What's it been like coaching these?
It's been fun. It's been a blast. It's really, for me, it's kind of been a rejuvenation. They really like learning and they're pushing each other to get better. And as a coach, that's all you can ask.
So the season so far, specifically the last two games, East and Hortonville. Yeah, thanks, schedule makers. And right. But what was it like facing literally the top two teams in the state back to back?
For us, it was a test. I told them it's kind of like, you're going in, you've prepped. These are teams that you should beat early on. And now let's see where you're at. And, with East, we competed. We had our opportunities to win the game. Hats off to Hansford for hitting the three and them closing it out. With Hortonville, they are just a machine. Celeste has them playing ridiculously well. They are by far the best team in the state that I've seen. Very physical, very fast, very aggressive, smart. And, tonight's not going to be any easy match. Troy's going to get his kids ready.
Good segue. Oh, by the way, you get Kimberly back to back to back. What's the scouting report on Cullen's Kimberly Papermakers?
Kimberly moves the ball really well. You got Drott and Kilpatrick who do their things. Their younger kids are just like ours. They're learning how to figure it out. They're stepping up. They're finding roles. It's about growing. And tonight, it's whichever kids step up the most wins it.
Last question for you. How about this rivalry? I know this is only your second year here, but you've been in the area. Kimberly, Kaukauna. How about the rivalry?
I love it. It's one of the reasons why I picked this place, besides black and orange, which I absolutely love. There's something about playing Kimberly and Troy. His teams are really good. I missed that at North when I was there, and I'm happy that we have two good teams here tonight that can compete against each other.
Absolutely. Coach, good luck tonight and the rest of the year.
Thank you.
There he goes. It's Coach Joe Russom. All right, we got starting lineups and tip-off. The girls' game, first of a doubleheader here tonight. Fox Communities Credit Union video stream continues right after this.
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
Back here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream games of the week. We got a doubleheader here tonight. First up, the girls. So let's talk with some head coaches here. First of all, the visitors on the scoreboard. He's in his 21st season as a head coach. They are off to a 5-2 start, 3-2 in league play. It's Troy Cullen. And Coach, talk about a variety as far as a class goes. How are they been gelling so far? You got a mixture of everybody.
Yeah, we've got seniors, we got juniors, we got sophomores and freshmen on this team. So it's I always say early on, it's a work in progress. You know, we're just we're finding ourselves a little bit. So different than a year ago, that's for sure.
You've coached 4 straight 20-plus win seasons. I know it's only mid-December, but is this a team that could maybe reach that milestone again?
I don't think we look at it that way. I mean, what we try to do is we try to be successful each game that we play, and you know, this is a tough game for us tonight. I mean, they're playing really, really well. I know they had Appleton East to a really tight game, so that just tells you where they're at. So we got to do a lot of things right. We got to play well, and we'll see. The wins take care of themselves.
Last game was on Tuesday, a win over Oshkosh North. Held them to just 24 points. How about that defensive effort?
Well, you know, we made a decision to play some defense that night, and so that helped us definitely. So I think the more that we do that, the better chance we're going to have to be successful. And then we got to score more too. I know that this is a nice team that we're facing tonight.
Let's segue into that tonight. You're here in Kaukauna. What are you expecting here from the Ghosts?
Well, the Kilness girl and the Zareki girls, they're nice ball players. I mean, so we need to take care of them, and you know, they're well coached, and Joe does a nice job, and he's been around, so he knows what he's doing. So, but you know, they're a young team in a lot of respects as well, but they're playing really, really well right now. We're not playing our best basketball yet, so we need to come to play tonight.
As far as the series goes, you've won, according to my notes, 12 out of the last 13. How do you explain the, not domination, but how do you explain winning against Kaukauna all the time?
You know, I don't know. I mean, we've had a lot of nice kids, right? You know, and so we've had a nice run going here. So, you know, hopefully tonight we can be successful.
All right. Thanks for the time, Coach. Good luck.
All right, appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks.
It is Coach Troy Cullen from Kimberly. Back with more of our pregame show right after this.
The low hum of heavy equipment, the drone of power tools, the swift movement of boots on the ground as craftspeople work safely and efficiently. These are the sounds of an active construction site, the core of our business. At Myron Construction, our teammates carry out the crucial job of bringing our clients' dreams to life. They hold in their hands the tools to make something out of nothing and build structures that will stand the test of time. Together, we are building excellence.
I'm Julia Clemmy. I'm a member relationship officer. When it comes to auto loans, I like to explain to the members how the process works so that they understand how to do electronic signing, how they're going to pick up the check, where the deposit is going to come from. I can put it into slower gear for a first-time borrower, put it into overdrive for a borrower that's borrowed many times, and they can have a check within the hour. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
As we bring it back here to Kaukauna High School on this beautiful Friday evening, it is time for high school girls and boys action here this evening. I am Joey D alongside Zach Morris, and we start off with the girls game. Always fun when these two teams get together. Let's take a look at your starting lineups. First of all, the visitors on the scoreboard from Kimberly. They will go with what's got them here so far with Allison Steno. And then also Kenzie Drought, Allie Springers, Grace Kiefer, and Emma Kilpatrick under head coach Troy Cullen. As far as the Galloping Ghosts go, a little bit of a change here as Elena Zarnicki will not be playing tonight, and she was their leading scorer, 16 points a game, almost 7 boards a game as well in their first 7 games. But she has fallen just like a lot of people as far as sickness goes. But they will still go with Taryn Christopher, Savannah Robinson, Alexis Kines. Abby Jensen gets the start in replacement of Zarnicki and Aspen Novi in there for head coach Joe Russom. And we'll bring in my broadcast partner, Zach Morris. And Zach, final thoughts before you tip things off here tonight.
Hey, this is a great place. A lot of fans showing up, a lot of excitement for a boys-girls doubleheader, and this is going to be a great game for the girls. I mean, this is a game where these two teams kind of mirror each other, where they're both having success early on in the season. So I'm excited to see how these teams play against each other, knowing that Kimberly has had the success over the last few seasons.
Two very young teams as far as Kimberly goes. 4 seniors, 4 juniors, 2 sophomores, 3 freshmen. How about that for some variety? For Kaukauna, 4 freshmen, 4 sophomores, 1 junior, 4 seniors. So again, just a widespread as far as that goes. And we are underway, and Kimberly controls the tip. Try and work it right side. Now back up to the top. Again, a good crowd here. Expect more to be filing in, and we will broadcast both of them for you here this evening. Long 3 ball, and that is off the mark for Springers. Averaging about 6.5 on the season, and here comes Kaukauna, their first possession of tonight's game here in the girls' game. With it is Kindness. Their leading scorer now that Zarnecki is out. Gonna look to Kindness quite a bit. Fake 3 there. Man-to-man defense put up by Kimberly here in the early going. In first possession here for the Galloping Ghosts, who come in at 4-3 overall under head coach Joe Russom. Lots of success here in the area. Jumper is missed and run down by Stino. She'll hold things up. And our first turnover of the game goes on to Papermakers.
Well, great patience by the Galloping Ghosts, being able to get the shot they wanted. Didn't fall in, but didn't lose their composure on the defensive side of the ball.
Still no score until right there, a 3 ball. Alexa Kindness with her first 3. Came in averaging about 15 points a game. Told you earlier, you're gonna have to rely on her with their leading scorer out here this evening. Kimberly drawing a crowd. Kick it back outside. Nice crossover dribble by Drought into the corner for 3 ball, no good. Here come the Ghosts. They got numbers, 3-on-2, and good defense. Back in transition was Grace Kiefer. That looked like that might have been an easy 2, but Kiefer's right there to knock it out of bounds. It'll stay with Kaukauna.
And the nice thing for Kiefer there was not getting the foul. I mean, just being able to stand tall and just poke the ball out.
Long 3, and it is good. Knocking it down, Aspinovi. Back-to-back 3-pointers, and Kaukana's raced out to a 6-point lead. Novi at 5 against Hortonville in their last game. Very tough Hortonville game. And the first 2 now for Kimberly, coming off of the hands of Kinsey Drought. That's got to feel good. Just get those first points up on the board. Now you got to get back in defense. 6-2 here in the early going. Glad to have you with us. First of 2 here tonight, and Kaukauna throws it away. Ill-advised pass there, an unforced turnover. That is their first of the game, each team with 1. And Kimberly coming back here, just underway. Almost 3 minutes into it. Down by 4, but an opportunity here. With it, Springer, she'll go into the corner. Back out to Springers. Driving right baseline. Nice cut off there by Novi. And instead driving in was Drought, and we got our first foul of the contest.
Well, it's like a race, Joey. Who's the first team to be able to get comfortable with the offense? I mean, we're seeing now right when you think the offense is starting to click for both teams, an uncharacteristic turnover or a foul.
Lob pass in, spin move. No for Drought. Second chance opportunity. Again, that one is no good. Springer's the no-footer, and she missed it, and Kaukauna comes away with it. Empty possession for the Makers. And then Kaukauna throws it out, a second possession in a row. They've turned the ball over, and our first substitutions of the game will be coming in for Kimberly.
I mean, right there, I mean, in that situation where the offense is clicking early on for the Ghosts, but now back-to-back turnovers, a great chance now for the Papermakers to get right back into it.
Reagan Krieger, a freshman. Kate McGinnis, a freshman. 2 freshmen checking in here for the Papermakers. For Troy Cullen, his 21st season. He's seen a lot. This team down by 4 here in the early going. Here's a drive by Kilpatrick. Little pump fake, and it works. Got the defender off of the floor. Her first 2, and they're within 2. 6-4 your score. Kaukauna has turned it over the last 2 possessions, unforced. This time driving with the left hand, and a foul is going to be called, and Novi will have some shots. Goes on Reagan Krieger, her first, and also the first on Kimberly. And to the line goes Aspen Novi. Get you her numbers here in just a second. As she sinks the first one, just barely, but it did fall through. For Novi, on the season, pretty good free throw shooter, about 79%. She's now 16 out of 20, so give her 80% on the season for Aspen Novi, and she makes them both.
And those are big free throws, Joey, because when you're the home team that hasn't beat an opponent in quite a while, you just want to do your best to maintain that lead if you get it early, because that keeps your confidence throughout the game.
Doubled them up again, 8-4. There's a trap on the baseline, almost thrown away. The kick out to the corner. Little too hard, fought for, and Addison Baumgart comes down with it. She just checked in at that last break. Another freshman on this court. A lot of freshmen playing right now. The future is bright here in the Fox Valley girls basketball, and another turnover here on Kaukauna. That is 3 on them. And again, mass substitutions. You'll probably see a lot of that here tonight. Get those fresh legs in there. 8-4, you scored about 5 minutes into the contest. First of 2 here tonight on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. 3 is good. Kinsey Drought. She's got 5, and it brings them back within 1 at 8-7.
Well, the reverse part of the lead, Joey, is if you're Kimberly now, you want to get this lead because that helps take the win out of sails for the Ghosts.
And answering with the 3. Baumgart with the 3. Third 3 of the game now for Kaukauna. Puts them back up by 4 at 11-7. That's what you like to see, too, if you're a Ghost fan. Just the quick answer. Don't let Kimberly get on any kind of roll, and that one a little bit off. Rebound run down by McKenna Grease. Outlet pass up. 3 again. Nope, can't get that one to go. A little too soft for Novi. She had one earlier. Couldn't connect that time. Back come the Makers. Jump stop in there. It's good. Kate McGinnis. Her first 2. And it brings them back within 2. 11-9. Long 3 again, and that one a little bit too soft again. That one was for Kindness, and I think we know what the game plan is here for Kaukauna. They've shot a lot of threes. They've made 3 of them. Nice little pump fake, and they try the entry pass on the inside, and it went up and over. Now the official is going to confer. It's going to stay with Kimberly.
Well, we know the modern age of basketball is a three-point shooting attack. That's where we develop into this. But you live and die by it. I mean, if you know the threes aren't falling, at some point you have to try something else. But when you make those few early on, you feel that this can continue to work its way through the game. And that's where the Ghosts are right now.
Push from behind. I believe they're going to get Abby Jensen. That'll be her first. And second on Kaukauna. Yeah, we are in the old Stephen Curry era, aren't we? Everybody wants to be Steph. Even the girls. Nice cutoff on the baseline, a Ghost defense. Drawing a crowd out front. With the basketball is Dietrich. Jaden Dietrich into the game for the first time. Long three. Off the mark, batted around, and another chance here for the Makers. Splitting the defenders. The reverse layup is good. What a move by Emma Kilpatrick. She's got 4, and we are knotted up at 11.
So even with the early struggles in offense for the Papermakers, right back where they want to be, tied game.
Again a three. This one bounces off the side of the rim, out of bounds. Addison Baumgart, who did hit one earlier. That one off the mark. And Kimberly a chance to take their first lead of the game if they can connect on this possession. And a couple more subs coming back in. Guinness and Novi, a couple of starters. Got a little bit of a breather there for head coach Joe Russom, former coach of Appleton North, two-time state champion. That ball is batted around and a turnover on Kimberly. They're second of the ball game, off and running. Well, the Ghosts now will reset things in between the rings. Left side it goes, Lamers has it.
Important possession too, Joey, because you just want to maintain having the lead or tie, never trailing the game.
Lamers kicks it out. Nice little fake and a turnover. 1-on-2, can she convert? Left-handed layup is no good by McGinnis, and a foul on the rebound. Might have been a little bit more wise to hold things up a little. And then she commits the foul. That is her first and the second. Each team with 2. Almost 8 minutes in. And we're tied, 11-all. What a start to the night. Lots of basketball to bring you here this evening. Girls and then boys. Love it when these two schools get together. Expecting a packed house here. They're trickling in still. With the basketball is Robinson. Crossover moves, has it pickpocketed. 5th turnover already on Kaukauna. Come the Makers. Kiefer with it. Little scoop shot, and it's good. Grace Kiefer gives Kimberly their first lead of the game on her first bucket.
A great job being able to just slice right through, get that quick layup, and that's what you need to have more than just a three-point shooting. Now, there's so much glory on that three-point shot, but you can do the rest of the game and being able to work your offense, that's where the good teams start to separate.
Nifty move by the 5'7" senior, one of the leaders on this team. One of 4 seniors, and there's another turnover on Kaukauna. Can they do it again? Kimberly jump stop, and it won't fall for Kilpatrick. Batted around. Guess what? She comes up with it. Swing it to the right wing. Back over Kilpatrick. Wide open. Got it. Emma Kilpatrick. She's got 7 and extends the lead to 5. The biggest lead here for Kimberly, and we've got a timeout called, so we will take one as well. 5-point game. Back after this.
What is the mark of a true builder? At Myron Construction, we believe it's in the details. It's the strong sense of commitment to the people and places in which we work. The more than 100 years of experience we bring to every project site. It's our labor force, 1,200 strong. Our investment in cutting-edge equipment and technology. And our commitment to exceeding expectations. Most of all, it's our passion for bringing dreams to life. This is building excellence.
Bringing it back here to Kaukauna High School. Patrick going on a little run here. She's got 7 and a 5-hole run. Puts Kimberly up by 5 halfway through first half, and there's another turnover on Kaukauna. That's been the story of this. And the lay-in is good. Kenzie Drought. She's got 7 points and extends the lead and extends the run here for Kimberly.
Well, that's the problem for the Ghosts. The second that lead was lost, they just seemed a little confused, and that quick turnover, and a great job by Kimberly to just execute on that quick turnover. But now you have to find a way to fight your way back, down by 7.
Drought looking at a variety of Division I schools, Appalachian State, Wofford. Wofford likes to come to Kimberly and take some of the high school players with them, boys and girls. Down low, and there we go. That'll break the drought. Addison Baumgart, she's got 5. And Kaukauna back on the board after, well, it's been a while since they scored.
Well, quite a few threes. It's not falling, but working inside.
Speaking of 3, right on cue, my partner, Kate McGinnis, off the bench. She has 5. And it's an 8-point lead.
If you shoot a lot of threes, you might miss a lot early on, but you're able to sink a couple throughout the game.
Foul is called, an offensive foul. That goes on Savannah Robinson. That is her first. Team foul number 3, officially a turnover. That is 8. My goodness. They are just giving them all kinds of opportunities here. Not too long ago. Remember, it was a 6-0 lead for Kaukauna. Ever since then, it's been Kimberly fighting back, now with the 8-point lead. Jump stop, no good for Drought. Rebound run down by Kindness. Swing it to the left side, back to Alexa. Looking down low, and guess what? Oh man, I hate doing this, but I gotta write another in the turnover category here for the Ghosts.
It just seems they're forcing passes they don't need to make right now. It's more the frustration losing that lead.
That's a good observation. They're way forcing it. Plenty of time to go. 3 no good, run back down, and the follow goes. Kinsey Drought, that's how you do it.
The great shooting, 3-point shooting teams are the players that are not afraid to go back and try to get their board after the miss like that.
It's a 10-point lead now for Kimberly. It was just tied at 11 not too long ago, and the layup is missed by Novi. Off and running. Baseline drive, scoop, and the harm. Goes for Grace Kiefer, her second bucket of the game, and the lead is a dozen. Try to answer with the 3, and that won't go. Scrum on the floor.
Now when you're down by double digits, you feel you have to shoot threes to get this game back with it in your grasp.
Adding to it, Emma Kilpatrick. She's got 9, and another timeout is called. Kimberly on a roll here in Kaukauna. We will take a quick timeout and come back with more. First of 2 here tonight, our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawk's Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawk's Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
Joey D and Zach Morris back here in Kaukauna. First of 2 this evening. And a girls game, what a start to it. Kaukauna jumping out to the early lead, but it's been all Kimberly since then. They are up by 14. 5:45 remaining here in this first half on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Tonight, games of the week. Nice entry pass and a reach around foul. I think they're going to get Stino. Allison going to get called for her first. That will be the 3rd on Kimberly here in this first half.
That's just how you get back on track. Get a nice inbounds pass, run the play out, and get points on the board.
Baseline drive cut off there. That was Grease. Back out front it goes to Jensen. Now they'll swing it back around. Grease thought about the 3, driving in some trouble. Decides to shoot it.
Well, early on in that possession, they were doing a great job not forcing a basket, but then that last play, 3 defenders on you, not the best play to make.
Patrick driving on that baseline, kicked it back out to Ellison. Now they'll swing it back out front to Alex Kilpatrick, who's in the game. A couple Kilpatricks on this Kimberly squad. Under 5 to go. Makers looking to keep the run going. Emma Outside, wide open to Alex. Front iron, no good. Rebound to Grease. Ball movement in the corner. Baumgart. Little off there. Transition, they'll hold things up now. Back out front. Emma, the no-look pass out front to Drought. Could not connect. And it's going to go back to Kaukauna. She was almost too wide open there.
Well, where the offense was struggling to move the ball around in the first couple of minutes of the game, that's not a problem anymore right now for the Papermakers. Just doing a great job going where they want to with the ball.
Down by 14. It's been a while since they scored. This is a 16-2 run by Kimberly since it was tied at 11. Here we sit 4 minutes left to play, first half. On the drive, Grease, a little bit of trouble, back out to Novi. Again, Kaukauna playing without their leading scorer, Elena Zarnicki. Out with the flu here tonight. That old bug is just going around, isn't it? She was averaging 16 points in her first 7 games. You lose something like that, all that production. Novi with a wild shot. That won't go. Jensen for 3. Kimberly with the board. Yeah, you lose 16 points and 7 boards a game. That's going to have an impact. And the foul way down court. It's going to go on McKenna Grease, her first. That is the 4th on Kaukauna. And more subs in.
21 Springers checks in for Kimberly.
Back in Allie Springers. One of the starters. 6'2" and a senior. One of the taller girls on either team. She is the tallest on Kimberly. Yep, she's the tallest on either team as I look at the rosters. Springers into the game. A little bit of height there for Kimberly. Approaching the 3-minute mark. Here's Springers. Nice baseline cutoff. They'll kick it outside, though, for 3. Too hard. That was McGinnis, and it rolls out of bounds. And another turnover here on Kimberly. I have them with 4. Kaukauna with 9. That's exactly 3 minutes left to play first half.
Well, right now, if I'm the Ghosts, you just want to find a way to at least get this back to single digits going into halftime.
And a push on the drive by Grease. They'll get McGinnis. Her second. Team foul number 4. Each team with 4 fouls now. And back in the game, Grace Kiefer. Kiefer and Springers looking at playing basketball at the D3 level. All kinds of college level players. Both of these schools, both boys and girls. All over Northeast Wisconsin. Love this time of year. It gets put on display. When they represent Northeast Wisconsin at the next level, and that one goes off of the leg of Kindness, and another turnover by the Ghosts. I got him with 10 now. I think Joe Russom just wants to get in that locker room and regroup. Backpedaling is Kiefer. To the corner, Emma Kilpatrick. Front to Springers. This ball movement back to Kiefer. I can play a little more patient here, up by 14, and a takeaway. Nice job, a good interception, and on the breakaway, the layup is no good for Kennis. And then a foul. Players diving all over the place.
Yeah, when you see a bunch of players starting to pile up, you're thinking, okay, there might have to be a foul there sooner or later. But great job by both teams, especially in Kaukauna, down by 14, still trying to go for the loose ball, knowing that each possession's huge to close out this first half.
Jaden Dietrich, her first, sophomore. Approaching the 2-minute warning. Been a while since either team has scored. Kind of been stuck on 27-13 for a while. Kaukauna in a big-time drought. Again, this was an 11-11 game. Almost stolen. Somehow they keep it alive. Out front, 3. Man, they can't get anything. They can't hit the Well, insert the old cliches if you want. They cannot hit anything. 90 seconds left to play. And illegal screen, maybe? That goes on Kilpatrick. That is her first, and team foul number 6. So any ensuing fouls on Kimberly, Kaukauna will be shooting. Almost threw it away there. Minute 20 left. Exciting first half so far. It's been a long time though since Kaukauna has scored. Got to go into the locker room with some kind of momentum. Got to score on this possession, don't you, Zach?
You
Or
need
throw it
to.
away. Oh no. Emma has it knocked away from behind. It'll stay Kimberly basketball. That's getting down to it, man. I'm not sure when the last time they scored. It's been at least
around the
7 or 8 minutes on the
around
clock.
the 5-6 minute mark.
Yeah. As Kimberly is now still on a 16-2 run. I said that about 2-3 minutes ago. Neither team scored. 1 minute left. 1 minute remaining. Emma Kilpatrick with it, driving left hand, and she'll go to the line. See what they call this on. I think it might be kindness. Kinnis. That is her first. And both teams, well, no, 5 fouls now. And our first free throw of the game for Kimberly. And Emma hits it. She is now in double figures with 10 points, leading the way for either team. For Emma Kilpatrick, D2 recruit, gonna go to Winona State University for Emma. And on the season, 65% free throw shooter, knocks them both down. She's got 11. Finally, somebody scored. So I can actually put it up on the scoreboard here. There we go, 29 now. An 18-2 run. 45 seconds left. Again, trying to get something going here. As soon as I say that, they throw right into the hands of Kiefer, and a nice defensive stop there. Poked away from behind. 30 seconds left. 3 in the corner. And a misses. Rebound, put back. No good by Stino, but we'll see some more free throws. That goes on Novi, her second. And both teams now with 6 fouls. And it'll be 2 shots for Stino. Allison Stino, 5'5" and a junior. Get you her free throw numbers here in just a second. And misses the first. Stino in the first 7 games only shot 2 free throws. She made 1 of them, so now she's 1 out of 3 on the season. And Allison will have another. Missed them both. Winding down half number 1. Can Kaukauna get something going? No, she was not looking. Little miscommunication in transition there. Partner, I got him unofficially with 13 turnovers now. That's been the big story here of this first half.
Yeah, and it's more frustration settling in now for Kaukauna, having that feeling that nothing is starting to go their way. And now you're just trying to hold on and not allow any more points before the half.
Kimberly backs it out. Kilpatrick directing traffic. 10 seconds. Now you got to go. And they know it. Kiefer with 3, with 2. She decides to drive. And charge is going to be called. Good positioning down low. And Kiefer, her first 17 foul. But what positioning there by Aspen Novi to draw the charge. And they are unable to get off the last second shot. So we head to the half with our score 29-13. Wow. A little bit of a surprise because of the way that this game started. Kaukauna jumping out with 2 quick threes. It was 6-0, and at one point 11-11. What happened since then, Zach?
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at this game where everything was starting to go well for Kaukauna, opening up to a big run, but what happened was the 3-point baskets were falling. And when you play that way of relying so much on 3-point shooting, The second it starts to fail you, you start to feel desperation if the other team continues to score. It took a while for Kimberly to get back at a tied game, but once they tied it up, their offense just clicked in a lot better than Kaukauna, and then the turnovers started to pile up, more of trying to stop the run of the Papermakers, and this is where we're at. I mean, just frustration, but changes can be made at halftime. 16-point leads can vanish, especially 18-point leads can vanish if you're a three-point shooting team.
If there's a guy who can do it, it is Coach Joe Russom, two-time state champion with Appleton North in his second season here. He has totally turned around this Kaukauna girls basketball team as he took over. This Kaukauna girls team, this is their fourth coach in the last fourth coach in the last 6 years for Kaukauna. Last year they went 17-8, but before that it had been a while since a winning season. And so far this year at 4-3, but looking at the deficit, you see it there on the scoreboard, 29-11. Emma Kilpatrick leading all scorers with 11 points here in the first half. So it's Emma Kilpatrick 11, Kaukauna 11 here at the half. And we will take a break, hear from some of our fine sponsors who, by the way, let's pop them up there while we have a chance. Fox Communities Credit Union, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, Myron Construction, and the Hawks Nest. Thank you so much to all of our sponsors all season long. We got a lot of boys and girls basketball to bring you all season long. Check out the thescorewi.com for all of the details where we will be next, because we're going to be all over the place. BJ DeGroat doing a great job putting together our schedule, and it is set. So look for us in your neighborhood sometime throughout this basketball season, both boys and girls, which, by the way, we have boys action coming up right after this one. We will take a little break, but then be sure to tune back in about 10 to 15 minutes after this game is over, because we got the boys game, which should be quite a game between Kaukauna and Kimberly. It always is. Lots of talent out there on the basketball court. Here, we've got 29-13. We are at the half. We will come back with some of the stats here in the first half and second half action on the way. Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
A century is made up of minutes, but more importantly, of moments. Moments of hard work, dedication, challenges, and triumphs. From Myron Construction, the past 100 years were built by the steady hands of tradespeople who laid a strong foundation, and continues to thrive because of our passionate team members. As we close this significant chapter of our history, our sights are set on what we will accomplish together in the years to come, because together we'll continue building excellence.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. Home values have really skyrocketed, and it would just make sense that now would be the time to take a look at your home equity. Having a home equity line in place will always be there for you in case of the rainy day, or you want to start up that business, or purchase that car that you never thought was going to come for sale. To be able to have that security blanket is really critical in someone's life cycle.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
E First Wisconsin Savings Bank.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawk's Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawk's Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
All right, halftime here in Kaukauna. You see the score there, 29-13, the first of two games that we are going to be sending you here this evening. The boys are waiting in the wings. Always fun when you can do a girls-boys doubleheader. It's my second one of the year. Did one on radio earlier in the season, a couple weeks ago. Hard to believe we're already, well, this is game number 8 for both of these teams. And it is Kimberly leading Kaukauna 29-13. Your scoring rundown here at the half. Leading all scorers in double figures. She averages 13. She's almost there. Emma Kilpatrick, she's got 11. Doing it all over the court there. On that big run that Kimberly ended the first half on an 18-2 run. And big part to Emma Kilpatrick with her 11. 9 points for Kinsey Drought. Their leading scorer coming in averaging about 16 and a half. She's got 9 in the first half. 5 for Kate McGinnis and 4 for Grace Kiefer for their 29. For Kaukauna, only 3 players have scored, although they got out to a 6-0 lead. So if you look at that, let's do the math. A 29-7 run is what Kimberly is on. 3 points for Alexa Kinnis. Also 5 points for Addison Baumgart. And 5 points for Aspen Novi for Kaukauna. Joey D and Zach Morris with you here on this Friday night. Beautiful evening for high school basketball here tonight. And, well, Zach, if you're both of these coaches, send us to the locker room here at the half. What are they saying?
Well, for Kimberly, we just continue to run the game plan. Obviously, it's working, having a 16-point lead right now. As for Kaukauna, Try something else offensively. I mean, there has to be another set of plays where you can probably just get something in the paint, because right now, long shots are just not falling. And maybe you go back to three-point shooting. Maybe you get hot again like they did early in that first half, but you have to be ready to make that change, and I'm sure there'll be some changes made by the Ghosts after halftime.
Just about ready to start the second half here in Kaukauna. Love this atmosphere. We're getting to the meat of the schedule for both boys and girls. Another big story there in that first half. Unofficially, I had him at 13 turnovers. Got to protect the basketball a little bit more. I think that's the point that Joe Russom's got to say there at the half. Kaukauna gets it first on the alternating possession. Left hand, layup good. That's got to feel good. Aspen Novi breaking that long drought. She's got 7. And right out of the gate, here they come. Trying to answer with 3, and it's good. Grace Kiefer knocking it down. Just like that, they answer, and they add another one to the board.
Well, so far the game plans are working out from halftime. You have Kaukauna playing up points early, but hey, got to watch out for that Kimberly offense. It was lethal in the first half, and right now it's continuing.
32-15 your score is a missed jumper, but a rebound. Scoop up, and falling down was Kennis, and she will head to the line for the first time here tonight. Only the second trip to the line.
Well, that's when you want to get your offense going. If the shots being missed, being able to go for the loose balls. I mean, you have to be able to do something to get this offense rolling.
And the first one is made by Alexa, who on the season, 83%, really knocking them down at the line here in the first 7 games and showing why. Good form. She's got 5. And here come the makers. Each team has scored on their first possessions of the second half, and a block shot from behind. Stino was blocked coming out of nowhere. Back come the Galloping Ghosts. Into the lane. Look at that. Kenna scores again. And they force the turnover. A lot more energetic here in this second half as the little bunny is missed.
If that would have gone in, they would have been in a situation where you're down by 11, having all the momentum on your side.
Here's Kilpatrick, leading scorer in that first half, and from 10 feet away, she got it. She's got 13. Both teams in a scoring surge here to open up the second half. Love it. Must have fed him some Wheaties there at halftime. Spin move good. Alexa's starting to take over. She's got 6 of their 8 in this half. 9 on the game. What a start to the second half here for Kaukauna. Where was this in the first half, partner? My goodness.
Well, we saw parts of that in the first half early on.
Guess what? 3 knocked down. Allie Sprangers. Back up by 16. Bounces that one off the front iron for Kinnis. Back out front. Can she make it 2 in a row? No. Loose ball rebound. It's a 3-on-2. Robinson will hold things up. Over to the corner. Good pump fake. Driving in, using the left hand. That was a beauty by Aspen Novi. She's up to 9. What a start to the second half here for the Galloping Ghosts. A lot more intensity. Nifty ball movement there by Trout. Long 3. She can hit those, Sprangers. Missed it though. Come the Ghosts. Can they keep it going? This looks like a total different team than the first half. It really does. Look at that. Ah, misses the bunny for Robinson, and a foul is called on the rebound.
It'll be interesting to see if Kaukauna can maintain this energy and tempo throughout the next 4 to 5 minutes.
There's a third foul on Aspen Novi. A 6'1" senior. 4 seniors. Again, talked about this in the pregame, just how spread out both of these teams are as far as from freshmen, sophomore, juniors, and seniors. And there we go, another 3. Second 3 of the game for Kate McGinnis. She's got 8. Right when you think Kaukauna might have something going, Kaukauna says, or Kimberly says, nope. And it's back up to 17 for the advantage. Jump stop. A little too light. Grease couldn't get it to go, but they got another chance. Here's Grease again, using that arm bar. Lob pass. Good ball movement. Did it go off of Grease or did it go off of Kiefer? They'll say it stays with the Ghosts. 13:25 remaining.
The way the Ghosts right now are working their offense, being able to get some shots to fall in. I mean, only down by 17, under 14 minutes to go. Great situation. Just continue to build off of this.
Gotta get a couple of defensive stops, though. Seems like every time Kaukauna's put something together offensively, I mean, just a quick strike from the Makers. Here's Bumgard. Off to Grease, and she is fouled from behind. That one going to go on Grace Kiefer, her second. Also 2 team fouls as more subs in. McGinnis comes back in for Kaukauna. And McGinnis, I believe, almost 5 minutes into the second half. Glad to have you with us on this Friday evening. Long 3, top of the key, bingo! Addison Baumgart, her second 3 of the game. She's got 8 overall. Back within 14. She hit one of those 2 threes to open up the game. Been kind of quiet since.
Well, now we'll see if the Ghosts can get the stop, or can the Papermakers just continue to let their offense take control of this game.
And a timeout is called by Coach Troy Cullen. See the score, 40-26. Back in a minute here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
Wisconsin Savings Bank.
The low hum of heavy equipment, the drone of power tools, the swift movement of boots on the ground as craftspeople work safely and efficiently. These are the sounds of an active construction site, the core of our business. At Myron Construction, our teammates carry out the crucial job of bringing our clients' dreams to life. They hold in their hands the tools to make something out of nothing and build structures that will stand the test of time. Together, we are building excellence.
Back to action. Full timeout called by Troy Cullen, and whatever he said, it worked. Kinsey Drought, not 3 seconds after the timeout, hits her second 3 of the game. She's in double figures with 12. What a quick strike again here by Kimberly. That was perfectly executed. On the drive and falling down was Grease, no call.
And as you mentioned earlier, I mean, this is what Kimberly's been doing. Every time Kaukauna gets a run or something to get back in the game, just a big 3-point basket each time by the Papermakers.
That's a great timeout called by Troy Cullen in the corner, a wide open 3. McGinnis hit that not too long ago, but missed that one. Second chance for the Makers. Jump stop at the free throw line, good. Kinsey Drought, back-to-back buckets for her. She's got 14. It's back up to a 19-point advantage here for the Makers.
I mean, right now you just have to work on trying to get more points on the board. Take time, run through the offense for Kaukauna. I mean, before this gets into a 20-point lead. Just try to cut it down with about 5 or 4 minutes to go.
You do have plenty to play here. Nice lay-in. Christopher, her first 2 of the game, as a matter of fact, and that rolls out of bounds. Turnover on Kimberly, their second of this half, I should say. And a 45-28 as we get it fixed there on the board. Just under 11 left to play. You can stick around, more basketball right after this one. Well, not right after. Only 15-20 minutes. The boys' game, which really should be a doozy. I cannot wait for that one. Love these nights. Back-to-back games. Place else I'd rather be on a nice December cool evening. And in the gymnasium, watching this happen from downtown. Addison Baumgart, her third three-pointer of the game. She's in double figures with 11.
Her three-point shooting a lot better in this half than in the first half. So the question will be, can they get another stop for the Galloping Ghosts?
Nice entry pass. Swing it back out front for 3. Oh, man, whatever you can do, I can do better. McGinnis with her third 3 of the game. She's got 11. And the quick answer again by the Makers. Wow. Under 10 to go as we approach the halfway mark of second half. Nice pump fake there by Kennison. She got it. Her second 3. She's got 12. It's raining threes here inside Kaukauna. Just back and forth. Can we see another? Why not? Nope.
Well, when you keep shooting threes, you eventually will run dry. You can't make every single one.
It does stop raining at some point. No bucket, a foul before the shot. Baumgart and the Kaukauna faithful want that one to count. Goes on Jaden Dietrich, her second. That's 3 on Kimberly here in the second half. And a couple more subs. Teams play a little chess match. I just noticed. Do you see who our announcer is over there, the PA guy?
I did. I noticed that during the opening lineups.
I wasn't even looking. I was looking down at my papers. We have Santa Claus here tonight. This is the announcer, and a foul called on the breakaway. Addison Baumgart, her first. 2 fouls now on Kaukauna. Yeah, 1 week from tonight, the big fella will be coming. How about that? Christmas is a week away. Goodness. Crossover move, double teamed, and Coach Cullen knew it and called a timeout from the bench. So we will take one as well. 9:03 remaining in this one. Kimberly with a 14-point lead. Back after this.
I'm Julia Clemmy. I'm a member relationship officer. When it comes to auto loans, I like to explain to the members how the process works so that they understand how to do electronic signing, how they're going to pick up the check, where the deposit is going to come from. I can put it into slower gear for a first-time borrower, put it into overdrive for a borrower that's borrowed many times, and they can have a check within the hour. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Ah, yes, they are our primary sponsor all season long, both football here and now basketball. Girls and boys all season long. We got a lot of games that we're going to be bringing you. Really looking forward to basketball again with people here. So nice. After the timeout, Kimberly with the lead. Bring that back up on the screen here for you. 3 ball. Good. Again, right out of the timeout. The 4th three-pointer for Kate McGinnis coming off of the bench. She's got 11. And at the other end, the layup is good and 1.
Well, I was going to mention, when you give a coach, I can realize your team's in trouble being able to call a timeout and get someone set up. I mean, that's a great skill to have, but that's what you need for the Galloping Ghosts, to be able to match up a 3-point basket with a possible 3-point play.
She made it. Addison Baumgart have herself a half. She's got 9-14 on the game. We update the score here. I can't even update it. It's going so fast. It is 51-48, or 51-37, I should say. And the turnover by Kimberly leads to 3 more by Kaukauna. Splash for Kennis, her third 3 of the game. What a night for Alexa. Back within 11. Just chipping away. Got a feeling this one's coming right down to it. Another 3. Did she get it again? She did. Oh my. The 4th 3 of this half, 5th 3 of the game for Kate McGinnis. With a quick strike again by the Makers.
So since the Galloping Ghosts are trying to catch up from this 14, 15-point deficit range, you forget if the Papermakers are making their 3-point shots, this is a completely different game in this half.
17 points now for Kate McGinnis. What a night for her. For Kate, the 5'9" freshman. Very promising future. She can keep this up. On the drive and the layup is good. Grace Keeper. She's got 9. And that's 5 straight points now for Kimberly. After Kaukauna had fought back within 11, now it's all of a sudden back up to 16. Still a lot to go though, just under 7 minutes. Layup blocked away. Novi couldn't get it to go. Numbers 3-on-1. McGinnis stops, pops in, misses the 4-footer. Rebound goes. That looked like a sure 2, 3-on-1.
Yeah, I mean, you have those situations, but when you're running that fast on the court, you will lose your balance, especially early on in the season, trying to get the conditioning to the mid-season level.
Jensen has it batted out of bounds by Kinsey Drought. Now a lot of fresh legs coming in for both sides with 6:36 remaining. And to get a 5-hole run here by Kimberly. Kaukauna trying to break it. The ball movement. Till there, couldn't handle it. Retaining possession though. Christopher out to Kennis. And she is fouled on the way to the bucket. Gonna get Dietrich from behind, that'll be her 3rd. Jaden's 3rd and the 5th team foul on Kimberly here in the second half. Kaukauna getting down to almost must-score possessions here. I think once you get inside that 5-minute mark, you're down by double digits. Got to start scoring. That one way off the mark by Grease and a foul. Maybe a little frustration foul. And they're going to get Lamers. Kendra Lamers, her first. Only the 3rd team foul on Kaukauna.
Well, it's a frustration foul, but maybe if you need to get to that bonus situation, you got to start picking up fouls one way or another.
6-foot senior with her first. Inside 6 to play. Kimberly, if they want to, they can take their sweet time, but they haven't done that all night long. And they throw it away. Only the 8th turnover of the game for Kimberly. Off the iron, no good for Kennis. She's having a heck of a second half and foul out near midcourt in transition. It's going to go on Kaukauna. That is going to go on Jensen, Abby Jensen, her 2nd. Team's 4th. 5.5 to go. Tossing it around out front. They can waste some time if they'd like. Instead on the driver's keeper. Saw a lane, took it, and won. Grace Keeper. She gets up gingerly. Did score the basket. Hope she's all right. Trainer coming out to take a look at her. That was a hard contact. They call that foul on. I think it's on Lamers, her second. And the 5th team foul on Kaukauna, but more importantly,
Now I don't know what the rules are in high school compared to the pros. I know if you get fouled and there's a free throw and you get removed from the game, you're hurt. You can't shoot the free throw. Someone else, I believe, you're removed from the game overall. I know that's the NBA level. High school is different because you want to make sure the players are healthy before you put them back out onto the court.
Alex Kilpatrick comes in for Kiefer, also checking in Addison Baumgart for Kaukauna. It'll be Alex Kilpatrick to shoot the free throw. Alex, a 5'6" sophomore. And let's hope for the best for Grace Kiefer. Looking at her on the sideline. And Kilpatrick makes the free throw. Extends the lead back up to 19. It was just an 11-point game not too long ago. Big run again by Kimberly. Kaukauna's got to score. You would think pretty much every time they get the basketball now. Put up a couple of defensive stops. That one blocked away. Coming away with it, McGinnis. Kilpatrick stopped on the baseline. Decides to reverse layup it, and it went nowhere, and then she commits the foul on the rebound on Addison Baumgart. So that'll be Emma's second. And the 16th foul, so for the final 4:48 of this contest, the Kaukauna girls will be shooting free throws if they are fouled. Good stop defensively there, though. I was just talking about, but you got to start putting some points up.
Yeah, you got to get points on the board, but you also get those solid defensive stops.
Wild shot by Novi, went nowhere. Kilpatrick dishes it out to the other Kilpatrick, and Alex misses it. Got to start saying their first names when they're on the court at the same time. Fouled on the three-point shot was Addison Baumgart. She will shoot a trio.
Chance to make this back a 16-point game with around 4 minutes to go. You're in this great situation, and you just have to get hot for the three-point line and just be able to get those solid stops. If you can get a few stops and make a few turnovers, we can get right back into this game. We saw the flashes early on this second half.
15th point for Addison Baumgart. She gets 2 more. She's 2 for 2. They have not shot a lot of free throws, but they have not missed. They are 6 for 6 now as a team. They get 7 for 7. She hits the first 2. And she'll have 1 more. Can she make it? 3 for 3. And a timeout is called by Coach Joe Russom. We will take one as well. 16-point lead for Kimberly. Back after this.
What is the mark of a true builder? At Myron Construction, we believe it's in the details. It's the strong sense of commitment to the people and places in which we work. The more than 100 years of experience we bring to every project site. It's our labor force, 1,200 strong, our investment in cutting-edge equipment and technology, and our commitment to exceeding expectations. Most of all, it's our passion for bringing dreams to life. This is building excellence.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawk's Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawk's Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
Well, I don't know about you, partner, but man, that commercial makes me hungry. The Hawk's Nest, one of our fine sponsors. That Friday night fish. Sounds real tasty. Get to the Hawk's Nest and all of our sponsors. Turnover on Kaukauna. I got that as only their first turnover here of the second half. They had all kinds of them in that first half. Wild shot knocked away. Kaukauna comes up with it. Falling to the ground was Kenzie Drought. She wanted the foul. There were 4 white jerseys there. The Ghosts come away with it. 3, good. Aspen Novi, her second 3 of the game. Look out, only a 13-point game and a turnover.
This is looking like the last gasp for air right now for the Ghosts. They're able to get a couple more baskets. Couple turnovers, ran the press. You might be able to turn something here.
3:45 remaining. Lob pass, down low goes awry. Right as I was talking about how they were protecting the ball here in the second half. 2 straight turnovers. Full court press put on. They've got 5 team fouls, so they do have a couple to give here. But that's not what you're thinking just yet. 3.5. And get a stop. Get this thing back within 10. But again, it all starts with the heavy defense, which are not really playing right now. They're letting Kimberly just run down this clock. Kind of surprised.
Yeah, Kimberly, every time in these situations, they just want to put the pedal to the metal, put more points on the board. But now there's starting to be a little bit firepower on the Ghosts offensive side of the ball. You want to be able to just take some time off the clock as we're now under 3 minutes.
This is almost a 1-minute possession already. Emma has it in the corner. She'll usually take that shot, but instead fouled by Novi. Only team foul 6, so no free throws just yet, but that is Novi's 4th on Aspen. 6'1" senior. Each of these teams with 4 seniors on the squad. A bunch of underclassmen as well. Future's bright. And again, the possession continues. We're talking almost 2 minutes now. And Kimberly is taken off of the clock. Until right there, drive in, and Drought will head to the line.
I mean, to be able to take 2 minutes off the clock and still put 2 points on the board, I mean, that's a great possession. If they're able to make these 2.
Try and see who this is on. They're going to get Kinnis. Yep. That's Alexa's second. And again, team foul number 7 now. As the first one is made by Kenzie Drought. Give her 16 now tonight. Came in averaging right at 16. And the lead back up to 15. Stopping, popping. Nope. That was Kinnis. She's got 3 of them tonight, but that one just off the mark. As we approach the 2-minute warning. Man, you needed that shot. You really needed that. That would have changed the game.
Yeah, to keep that fight in you going now. More time coming off the clock, under 2 minutes. Got to get the ball away from Kimberly within the next 10 seconds.
This is Alex Kilpatrick leaving it out front in between the rings to Drought. Crossover dribble right at the free throw line. Spin move back out to Emma. 90 seconds left. And a foul going to be called. A bump by Savannah Robinson. That'll be her second. And team foul number 8. So we will head to the line for the bonus. Alex Kilpatrick, who came in for the injured Grace Kiefer. Hopefully she's doing all right. And this one's made. She is 2 for 2 tonight. Adds to the lead temporarily here. Made them both. Sweet shot there at the free throw line by Kilpatrick. Alex Kilpatrick. Under a minute and a half left to play. Long 3, desperation 3, no good by Novi. And that, I think you can put a spork in this one. And a timeout is called by Kimberly. A 30-second timeout. Again, stay tuned. Coming up next, you've got Kimberly and Kaukauna, the boys game. Kimberly, only 3 games that they played so far. Kind of unusual. A lot of teams played that over a holiday break. But they are 2-1. All 3 games coming in FEA action. And also Kaukauna, they played 6 games. They are 2-4. They struggled to the start of the year for Coach Mike Shadow and friends there in Kaukauna. So that'll be coming up about, I'm going to guess, roughly 20-25 minutes after the conclusion of this one, which will be in a minute 15 as far as the clock goes. Keep the music going. Now they shut it off. Thought I was at an NBA game there for a minute.
Yeah, I thought we were going to keep up that strategy and see how that plays out.
Knocked away, turnover on Kimberly. Both teams protected the ball a lot better here in this second half. Long 3. No, second chance. Second verse, same as the first. And the rebound putback. Savannah Robinson scores. 45 seconds left. He's got to keep at it, I guess. And 63-48, and a foul is called. Only foul number 9. That goes on Savannah Robinson, her 3rd. 9th team foul, so just the bonus for Emma Kilpatrick. Not quite her second half. Still very, very effective, though, there on the court. She's 3 for 3 at the line.
Don't have to be that effective in the second half to be able to, well, that high scoring if you have your teammates picking up the slack.
And she made them both. She's got 15 on the game, came in averaging 13. She will add to that. 30 seconds left to play. And Kaukauna throws it away. Again, only their, I have it unofficially, only their 3rd turnover here in this half. They had 13 in the first. And they'll just dribble this one out the last 21.8 seconds left. No real reason to foul here. I mean, you play till the end, but no need to foul. Play the tough defense, maybe get a takeaway, and as I say that.
Well, look at this. These are situations where if you live on the bench, you try to draw a foul just so you have an opportunity to get the ball back with 10 seconds or so and be able to put a chance to get points to the board.
Jaden Dietrich for 2, misses the first. Dietrich, the 5'7" sophomore, one of 2 sophomores. Along with Kate McGinnis, she misses them both and gets her own rebound. Don't see that too often. You have everybody up on the line for Kaukauna, and the person who shot the free throw got the rebound, and that is going to do it. Final score in game number 1 of our doubleheader here tonight. Kimberly comes away with a 65-48 victory over Kaukauna in game number 1. Whew. Well, Kaukauna got off to the very, very quick start, knocking down their first couple of shots. They were 3-pointers. It was 6-0, but then Kimberly just went on a roll and it capped things off, holding off Kaukauna there in that second half. They had a much better second half, but they do fall short. Your thoughts there, Zach Morris?
Well, we saw a more competitive second half. It was just right when Kaukauna was able to get things rolling with their offense and 3-point shots falling, they just could not stop the Papermakers. They were just having a great night from the floor, and they continued from the first half into the second. Just an overall great night for the Papermakers.
Let's see if we can get you a few leading scorers here for the Makers. 5 3-pointers for Kate McGinnis, a sophomore. Ends with 17 points on the night. Also, Kinsey Drought, a great night. 16 points for her. Emma Kilpatrick had 15. So 3 ladies I'll make it 4. 12 points for Grace Kiefer before she had a bit of an injury. It looked like maybe a shoulder. Hate to speculate, but she went down pretty hard after being fouled and had to leave the floor. But she had a really good night before that. So that's the scoring there for the Papermakers. For the Ghosts, they were led in scoring. See here, 2 for Taryn Christopher, 2 for Robinson. 15 points for Alexa Kinnis, right at her season average. Coming off a 21-point effort against Hortonville. Right at 15 for her here tonight. 16 for Addison Baumgart coming off of the bench. And Aspen Novi with 12. Also in double figures for the Galloping Ghosts. Ghosts fall to 4-4 on the season. As far as their upcoming schedule, you see they are against West Appear next, and then at Oshkosh North. They will take a 4-4 record. They are now an even 3-3 here in conference play. As far as Kimberly, well, they continue their string of win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. With the victory here tonight, they go to 6-2 on the season. 4-2 in conference play, and up next for them, they are at a Pewaukee tournament to round out the season. Time to be determined. Our coach Troy Cullen, again, they are 6-2 and 4-2 in league play. All right, we will take a break, and then coming up in approximately 15 minutes or so, we have the second half of our doubleheader as the boys come out to warm up. Again, your final score in the girls game, Kimberly 65 and Kaukauna 48.